Hello, and welcome back to Pathologic. Today we stand on the penultimate day. As it stands, everything but the marrow and the works are infected. There's gotta be nobody left to trade with. Gotta bowl through the day. So, instead of lamenting on things we've been talking about for probably 5 days now, let's get right back into it. So, do we have any notes today? We do not know our main quest. Who's in danger? Georgi. And... right. Just to remind you, any news from... did we already read this? Any luck proving the if we did, I'm just gonna read it. Any luck proving the mineral origins of the bacterium? Last time we spoke, Burok did his best to assure me that the abattoir is clean of infection. Tomorrow he is supposed to present me with the evidence of that. As of now, I have no reason to suspect him of being short-sighted, let alone dishonest. If I understand him right, the character of the local soil renders geodesic reports unnecessary. Both the earth and the water here appear to be pure. But what caused the outbreak in this case? I'd rather not recur to the carrier hypothesis. After all, we only have 1 day left. That we do. So, there doesn't seem to be a particularly good reason to stick around before the dawn of the second day, so let's not tarry. We don't need to prepare anymore. We don't need to survive past day 12. The Fanatic has already been... Fanatic taken. Our quest in this town has failed completely, and it seems like we won't even be able to save it either. This is the last day for a big breakthrough to even happen. The chances of that seem excruciatingly low. Not even the infected walk the street anymore. Everybody's gone. If we do manage to save the town, we'll only save hundreds. Yeah, let's sleep the full 6. I believe day starts at 8? Is it 7? 7. 11th day has come. It ends tomorrow. 6,897 people are dead. Day 11, in which the Kains mission reveals its new and quite unexpected aspects to the Bachelor. We do not have any notes, so we're just going to have to see what happens. Suppose we should check up on General Block while we wait for mail to come in. I'd imagine something will come in at around 12. That tends to be a point where you get a side quest. Aside from that, Glayla and Block are safe bets. You know, it's kind of inappropriate to call these plague clouds. Honestly, they're more like a mist. A mist with figments of human faces, of course, but a mist. Children. Hey look, it's Bachelor, the Bachelor. He'll help us for sure. Uncle Bachelor, is it true that you can do anything? No, not everything, but I can do a lot. Why do you ask? Our daddy was taken away by soldiers, and mommy has fallen asleep and doesn't want to wake up. Please, please, please bring her daddy back. Where is your daddy? I don't know. I'm afraid he's already with Grace. Would you please go there and bring him back to me? Hush, hush, don't you cry. I'll find your daddy. I'll buy a gun when I grow up, so that nobody can break into our home. And I'll kill the soldiers who clubbed Daddy. indeed. This is how evil spawns more evil in response. So well, oh, fucking hell, it's Clara.
So, it's a mutiny. We thinned out the ranks of marauders. Now they've got new blood.
Have these children come to you with a request? Yes, the mutinous bastards in military uniforms have taken their relatives somewhere to execute. They've come to beg me to cancel execution order. Mutiny. So, not only has your army come here with minimal protective clothing and medicine, but now you have a mutiny. Bravo, powers that be. You really brought some stellar actors. Where could they have been taken to? I have no idea. We tried to interrogate the children, but they only sob and refused to utter a single distinct word. Why interrogate them? Whom did you place in charge of the execution? I never gave the order. All orders which are given to the soldiers without my approval are mutinous. Damn it, what an example they are setting for the rest. Last thing we want is for the weapon crew to become disobedient. These units are also raw. As for the mutineers, we'll punish them harshly. Oh, exactly. Any soldier encountered anywhere but where I placed him is a mutineer. They are subject to a court-martial. Resist their actions, your reputation will only go up. Would you allow me to deal with this unfortunate case? Certainly. I have already dispatched 2 squads to search for them. Thankfully, the town is not that big. I think I know which wall those volunteer executioners are standing by. Clara. Not you.
You've changed. Or am I imagining things? I'll find a use for every single person here. I'll perform the essential miracle.
And now I want you to forget everything that you have ever been told about me. Trust me, look me in the eyes, or look down, or else you might think that I'm trying to mesmerize you or impose my line of thinking upon you. Aglaela is a traitor. She is the main foe on your victory road. No one had any illusions on this account. She's telling lies. I've just found out that she doesn't want to find the source and defeat the disease at all. She's not counting on victory. She's not trying to find a way to preserve the town in its true form. Her inquisitorial mission is just a smokescreen. Performance. What does she want then? Only one thing, to destroy the children's tower. Before she dies, has her final word. She has chosen you to become her tool. Do you know what these tools are called? Bleh. Are called rams? Before she dies? She is doomed, sentenced to death. Her commission here was her last chance. She had to find a way to save the infected, but her job was done by the Ripper, Hartemi Burak. Yesterday she received a letter. The powers of that be do not acknowledge that she's fulfilled her mission. She will be executed as soon as she gets back. Why would she target the polyhedron then? She's doomed anyways. Because of hatred. Aglaela sees the polyhedron as Nina Kaina's infernal gift. She thinks that Nina rose high, but her pride drew down the wrath of heavens. Aglaela believes that her duty is to destroy the challenge before it has led to more evil. Maybe she doesn't even believe that. But what does Nina have to do with her? I mean, she's family, and it could be... I'll give you this. We've seen plenty of, family struggles and struggles against other powers as a consistent theme through this playthrough. I would not be shocked if even Aglaela fits into this theme, but we haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen it, at least. Nina Kaina is our sister, didn't you know? She used to be Nina Lilik before marrying Victor. So is this a display of family sentiments? She desperately, hopelessly abhors her sister, even stronger than her worst enemy. When I got to uncover the secret and looked into her soul, my hair stood on end. Glayla believes her sister to be the devil himself, a Deathbringer. You've been a mere tool for her. So, it's all very simple. The army came, the Inquisitor, halfway to the scaffold already, has no power over the cannons. Sure, she made you convince the commander, for General Ashes does not believe her one bit. You will offer him a false report with a clear heart and point in the wrong direction. I need proof. If the people I've asked you about are alive by tomorrow you'll have proof. Amen to that. So, while we wait for the main quest to occur, let us, let us put a stranglehold on the mutineers. I believe... Now, this is just a theory. I never actually interacted with this, but I think the soldiers running around not on post are considered mutineers in the town. And I'm going to try shooting at one of them to see if I gain reputation, because they're another one of those bandit types that nobody cares about. Well, unnecessary, don't you think? He's akin to bacon at this point. Yeah, like you, what the hell are you doing out here? Let me try it. No, he's considered innocent. Well, I'll just take all of that ammo and, nothing happened. So, the roamers that only appear on this day are not mutineers. They're good people. And to repent, let us give money to this man that is incredibly lucky to still be alive, to be entirely honest. Especially since he's stupid enough to walk around in infected districts. Might as well go over and kill this man. Why? For the tactical reason of, I need to use a bullet to get this rat off of me. Cool. Now I get money, which is useless at this point. Fucking hell. Get out. No rat. Eat a bunch of chips and let us move along. So, probably over there. Which means I probably should have just... No, wait, I started in the knots, never mind. I was thinking I should have headed into the earth, but I think this is a fine route anyways. Sorry for killing one of your comrades. I regret it, but I did get a bunch of bullets for it, so you know, tongue-tied. Genuinely, I'm thinking to myself, what good did bringing the military here even give? Which seems like a death sentence to everybody at this point. It's a death sentence to the soldiers, and it's a death sentence to the sick. Not only that, but they were sentenced... Oh, who are those guys? Before we walk into this, these guys came here and they're tarrying. It's not like they came in to blow the place apart. No, they're waiting to blow the place apart. Just standing around in their overalls and fucking military t-shirts out in the middle of a plague, which is airborne. And these seem like mutineers. Oh. I walked into that one. I really did. So, let's hide behind a rock this time and hope that they don't pinpoint me again. Now. Okay, have they seen me? Missed. It's okay, I've got ammo to spare, just gotta hide behind cover and... My repair probably isn't good enough to get sniping, but... might as well. Jank snipes. Oh yeah, no wonder I'm missing. My weapon's shit. And they take a body shot, great. That's another one. That's another. Now you. I got him in the shoulder. That's something. Yep. Indeed. I think I shot the rock there. I don't think this is how gun degradation works. I really don't. Ugh. There. That was miserable. But it's okay, I saved the captives, guys. And we got some ammo and a lot of medical supplies. Good. Hey. You have my most sincere gratitude, Doctor. If it took a minute longer, we would have... Oh, what is there to say? Are those your children getting in the commander's hair? Yes, very possibly. Hope nobody hurts them there. Hurry up and get to them. You're a skilled fighter, lad. Even together we couldn't do anything. Just went ahead like lambs to the slaughter. How many of you were here? 4? No, way more. 20 or so. Only 4 of us are left. If not for you, there would have been none. So it has begun. The army is out of control. Oh, good sir, oh kind, considerate sir, you have came just in time to wipe out the tormentors. How can we thank you? There will be a chance. As for now, go home immediately. So what? They don't have no guts to go against their lot. They can't shoot them bullets at all, eh? They're only flaunting them guns to scare us, but that's no use. You seem to be disappointed by the outcome? Interesting lot. Very fascinating. Well, I suppose we should just return up to the kids. That was a very simple quest. Besides my gun being it. I have a lockpick, actually. I might break into one of these houses up here to see if I can find one of those factory workers that'll sharpen my blade. The NPCs back there, you can't interact with them in that way, despite them sharing the same model. If not, I'll get back up to the Marrow and pick into those houses instead. Yeah. This house is safe. This consumes the lockpick, but now we can enter. Say hi, I guess. A lady to mend my clothes? Thank you very much. I don't need money anyways, so... completely fine. I don't need to steal anything. Let's not... Genuinely, it's incredibly easy to just break the game like that, and I don't need it anymore. These people can have their food. Staying inside and they're safe. I want them to stay safe. I really hope I'll have a chance to depart this place as soon as humanly possible. I'm sick of it. Maria said she likes you so very much and that she'd be willing to renounce the throne for you. Follow me into exile. I don't know. I'll remember to ask her if the topic ever comes up again. And it probably will, since you are all she really talks about. Like, going to exile you. Most likely. It doesn't seem that I'm likely to return triumphant from here. Sorry, kid. You don't care about me. It's a loaf of bread. Hey, girl. What's the news? The boys are mourning their dogs. What happened? Yesterday, the soldiers shot almost all the dogs of the Sullen halves. The only survivors were Pong, Mittens, and Loeb, so several boys sharpened their bolts, took their crossbows, and went to the soldiers to get revenge. They haven't come back yet. Why didn't you stop them? We'd go with them if we could, but they didn't let us. None of them will come back. Is there something you wanted to tell me? A girl named Clara was looking for you. She said she wanted to propose a path to salvation to you. By the way, do you know that she collects people's souls and demands they sign the contract with blood? No, I didn't know that. Why is she doing that? Oh, it's all very complicated. It makes me very uncomfortable. Everyone's afraid of a man-eater for a reason, you know? I think she strikes a deal with them so that they would allow her to use their bodies posthumously somehow, to save everyone. Is that so? And do people agree? She has about a dozen signatures, I think, but she needs only 30 or 40, something like that. She says that she'll be able to arrange a happy ending for everyone then. Oh my. I'll do my best to intervene before she succeeds. Shotgun shells. No use for it. Another woman. Nothing. Well, damn, this house didn't have the NPC I wanted. Having her clothes mended is pretty good, but I really need this rifle fixed up. I'm gonna head down to the warehouses. I'm going to grab another 2 lockpicks from Bad Grief, and then I'll pick my way into houses at the Marrow and see if I can find someone to repair this rifle. Because, I feel like it's important. Oh, no, wait, there's one over there. Never mind. Lucked out. Thank Christ the works isn't infected. Thank you. What do you want, Pop? So you're like the very main guy now, right? He'll do to us whatever you tell him to. Not the very main, no. I don't think so. I think you're the very man. The very main. Him, general guy, is all docile and doing like you say. Says he respects your scientific opinion, so he'll do as you tell him. And his orders are to eradicate everything here, raise it all down, leave no trace behind. Where are you going with this? I'm going to say that 'tis within your power now to have your way with us as you please. Any wrong-done sin that comes off of it is also yours. Perhaps it'll all settle down somehow. What are your orders? I shall act justly. We've lost the ability to defeat death. And with that loss, the only victory we have now is to save the town. I think I'd settle for a lost career than a lost career and a failure as a doctor. And I went the wrong way, so we're just gonna do a full loop with the soundtrack of gunfire. Ooh, and a single screaming arsonist. Oh, even better. Oh, tunes. Hey, sir, before you go and get yourself infected, can I have a bandage? Cheap. What's the word on the street? Is no one preparing for evacuation? It is the truth they say about the world transforming, yes, sir. It will transform, surrendering our mortal coils devoured by the soil to build a brave new world, all shimmering and gleaming. Will become the ground from which the joy will grow and bloom, and fume its odor sweet. Hopefully you will live to see it. Don't be too fast to bury yourself. No, we shall perish soon. We ragged freaks had it coming. There's no place for us in the new worlds. We're obsolete. Mentality like this definitely spells doom. You really shouldn't be giving up your life walking into infected zones. If you really feel like you're not necessary, well, why don't you make yourself necessary? People have had the ability to change themselves for the longest time now. No need to accept that you're a burden. Make yourself not one. Ultimately, we strive to become less human. Which sounds stupid, and for the most part I am just pretentious and stupid, but technically human nature is, well, the murderous, immoral, tribal stuff that we look back at is just barbaric garbage. I think the societies we live in, where we're trying not to be vicious, is slightly less human, and I think that that is a good thing. Humanity isn't an inherent good. It's what we make out of it. We can change what humanity means. Or at least that's just what some very, very uneducated philosophy has gotten me these past weeks. We aren't inherently good, but we can defy our nature to become good. And I like that. Uncle Bachelor, I found your daddy. I'll come for you too soon. Would you like to have this box? There's medicine inside. Oh, schmatters. Thanks. This is useful. Aha, another miracle cure. Thank you, girls. That was immensely valuable. And we got a note earlier, I noticed that. So let us check it out. Where's the note key? Am I just stupid? There it is. Aglaela, I have examined the blueprints. They seem to be lacking one crucially important detail. Our time has come, it seems. I'd rather abstain from any conclusions and allow you to come to them yourself. Please see me at the cathedral for the final meeting. Bet that's our main quest. Thank you for the meat. I'll have your toasted plague meat. Take it right off your corpse. Splashed with blood for extra flavor. like an exceptionally raw steak. Clearly those cooking channels know what they're doing when their steaks have an ounce of blood still in them. Fucking blood soup. Which... blood soup sounds like a fucking healing item I'd add into an RPG I'm making. Except not really, because... I mean, what's the point? The best games are made meticulously. Don't add stupid elements that add nothing. Also, I want to point out that when the crucible is burnt, you get this weird little glitchy triangle. Why did I bring that up? Commentary is commentary, and commentary is content. Which is to say I'm bankrupt. And I apologize if I say things without actually going anywhere with them, like saying that I just realized how weird it was for me to say, yeah, hey, it's cool to be not human, and then not extrapolating on that. Just I don't feel entirely confident to make it too official. It's things you have to figure out slowly. Can't think up of it in a night and have it be profound.
There are so many crows in the sky.
I have studied the blueprints of the specular edifice. It's a very suspicious building, let me tell you. It's actually not a building at all. It's a machine. The only thing I can understand is how it's mounted. Its nature disallows it from being fixed in place. It works like a gyro. Indeed, a very spot-on description. What do you think about it? I feel slightly envious. Like me, its creator has tried to break through to where men are not allowed. But unlike me, he succeeded. I feel that the cause of the epidemic has something to do with it. I don't like the fact that solid ground supports a construction like this despite the laws of gravity. I want to know how they managed to mount it. By answering that question, we will have found out where our plague comes from. Perhaps. You spoke to the author of this creation yesterday, didn't you? Yes, I did. So find a way to torture him into telling you how they did it. Alright, I will. But I don't think Peter was the one to mount the construction. I think Andre was. It could have been the Pope for all I care. It doesn't matter. I need the facts only. Something we can attach to the rest of the documents and show to the commander. I don't see the blueprints of the Foundation here. Do find them for all that's holy. Fine. If you notice from some of our conversation topic, or our choices, the Bachelor is awfully, I mean, fully thinking about it, the way I'm approaching Danielle right now isn't... I suppose there's one way to go about it, but the other way I can see the story is trying to nudge us is that the polyhedron is almost similar to our conquest to defeat death, in that these are limitations of the world that have been defied. We want to stop death in whatever way that means, be it immortality, reincarnation. Honestly, I don't know what defeating death inscribes. It was probably spelled out earlier on in the game, but it's just been such a long Let's Play that I've forgotten. So we should head up and see Andre. So, I'm seeing that if we fail to defeat death, we want to keep the polyhedron around because it's a structure that can defeat gravity. It proves that these limitations can be overcome. If gravity can be overcome, why not death? But if you ask me, that sounds still like a failure. We've failed at defeating death, and now saving the town is the only success we really have. Plus, with the Kains have been acting weird lately. I don't like how they're talking about the thing. To say the least, we'll have to see what the facts say about the polyhedron. If it turns out that it does need to go, then... Is that the selfless or the selfish act? Now I'm thinking. I don't think there is any good answer to this. I think both of them are tinged in selfishness. Both of them serve to affirm ourselves. We aren't thinking about the town. The town is a goal at this point, an ideal. We want to save it because, well, it's a victory for us. If we save the polyhedron, that's an ideological victory. This playthrough has been stooped in greed the more I think about it. I'm trying to save people, but I'm not trying to save people in a way that's entirely kind. To be fair, it's better than not saving people at all and just going around being the new Ripper. I have monomycin. But it's still not the most selfless. Again, I have been taking all the right moral choices, which all come with their own sacrifices, so give me that, I suppose.
Clara says that the town will be left untouched if some of us petty folks find the courage to die. She can arrange that somehow.
But yeah, we touched up on this on the yesterday, so I'll stop with the... There's only one day left. It doesn't matter anymore. I can't change it. See, I'm resigning. No more trade tomorrow. Ship bores. Should I drop my will, perhaps, eh? What do you think? You've got them paper smarts, Professor, so tell me, how should I dispose of my property? If you offer me no advice, I'll have it all buried. Still better than just giving it away for that Aglaila lass to count and inventorize. Donate it to the orphans.
A fool's tongue.
Wow, these gloves are 100,000. These are insanely expensive. I don't think we're gonna be getting to those items this playthrough. It's a lost cause and a half. Sell off the last stuff, why not? Of course, keep the powders on me. We have a final trial which requires them. So we should cut on down to the Earth and head up to Andre's. So weird how walking through these infected districts was so unnerving at the beginning, but as the entire town becomes engulfed, seeing plague and just walking through them casually has just become a fact of life. I don't even notice the music, which is horribly distorted and filled with chanting. It's just all becomes so tiresome. It's hard not to feel apathetic. Even a lot of my sympathy comes out of less from emotion and more from, I suppose, just a sort of instinctual moral. These people are suffering far more than I am. I can't let my own bitterness and boredom drag it down. Let's be real, these aren't actual people, but I'm engaging in the game like these are actual people. You know? I'd prefer to get lost into a story than to just be like, haha, this is all fake, Lamau. Just seems more credulous. Yeah, forgot about you. I realize I call myself pretentious a lot. I guess I'm just good at humility. I'm not about to stand on my high horses and pretend that I'm the smartest man on Earth. And I think that's good. Except that you don't know everything. And be able to make a little joke about yourself. They took Andre away, the bold chairman of our feast. We could do nothing. They threatened us with guns and even killed 2 of us. Who took him? The soldiers. We were resisting them for almost an hour. But they have broken in and turned everything here upside down. Why did it happen? Yesterday, Andre attacked a patrol while they were trying to protect his brother. He disarmed the soldiers and killed an officer. Today they came to take revenge on him. Where did they take him? I've heard one of them say that they'd take him to the railway dead end. I think they'll lock our stomata in one of the carriages, and then shoot him. It's at the railway dead end. Look for him there. And now it ends badly for him, the architect. There are too many soldiers there. There were more than a dozen of them here, and there must have been even more there. He won't make it. Don't worry, I will. I know that these are the deserters due to the side quest, but because I don't want to miss a flag, let's go talk to Block anyways. But it's pretty obvious. Was it an order?
I can't wait any longer. I've lost 2/3 of my troops here in 2 days.
Oh, your army's falling apart too. Great. Did you put Andre Stomaton, the architect, in front of a firing squad? I've never heard of this person before, and no, I never gave such an order. Tell me more. I was informed that your soldiers took away Andre Stomaton, an architect, to shoot him. But he must not be shot. Listen here, any orders given here are given by me, and I gave no such order. If a soldier claims I did, then they are a mutiny and are subject to a court-martial. I'll begin the investigation of the incident immediately. He was taken to the railway. I request reinforcements to set him free. I just was by the weapon. It's patrolled by the 8th Company. These are loyal men. Although there has indeed been suspicious activity. So what you're saying is the soldier took your friends, claiming to have done so on my orders? Yes. Where'd you get this information? The witness of the arrest have told me. Fine. I'll summon the company commander and have him report the situation. If your friend was caught red-handed or arrested duly, and according to the instructions, he will be brought to me. If the bastards are abusing their authority, we will arrest them. Might be too late. I'm sorry to hear that, but I have no right to remove the soldiers from their posts. There is tension. Be patient. Or just go there yourself. If you see an execution being prepared for, tell Captain Longin that he is to seize unauthorized activity and wait for me. Fine. Well. So, we have to go all the way down here. Down the tracks of that big-ass station that's been used for nothing. I mean, just using context clues, I suppose that's where the trains would be docking. If you remember from NPC dialogues earlier, well, the supply trains haven't came in a long time now. Well, what are you looking at? Hey, Bachelor, did you know that Burak was looking for you? What does he want from me? I'm not sure, but he wants to spill rivers of blood. He's going to come to an agreement with you because he won't make it without your help. Ha ha ha. Why would he spill rivers of blood? That's how he could fulfill his purpose and become the shepherd of beasts. That's just what they say. I don't know why. Perhaps he just feels like it? You're planning to spill rivers of blood too? You're planning to raise one of the districts, aren't you? I'm an artificer, not a butcher. Just don't you dare touch the polyhedron. We'll see how it goes. Again, I can't let... Whew. I have to let facts speak for themselves. Well, I'm heading down to the station because it's gonna take a while. Suppose an update on this series. I will be doing Burak and Clara, don't you worry. However, I am going to take a break from the series and resume it once I'm at a new place. I have been in a new apartment for a while now, like a couple of months. Came here in October, so it's only been like 2. It was a little bit after I remember. I was playing through Thief Deadly Shadows when I arrived at this place. So that was definitely back in late October when I came here. But the internet here is crappy, and my computer is actually starting to have issues. Just in that, like, frame rates and stuff are slowing. Sometimes the computer restarts itself. Yeah, this computer's old and it really could use some upgraded parts. Along with coming to a new place, I'll have a new Wi-Fi which will allow streaming and stuff. So yeah, I want to upgrade my stuff before continuing with series like this. It'll also give me more room to do things. So yeah, this series would be put on hold for a indeterminate amount of time. However, I would not put it anywhere above like 2 months. So Burak will be here close to the next year. Well, it's December, so it will be next year, but you know what I mean. Yeah, we're getting a new place because this apartment sucks, and we're getting evicted. And that gives me opportunities. That is a lot of soldiers. Oh, they're aiming at me. Well. So I want to try something. Stealth. Well, I certainly tried. I've seen, like, gameplay of people going around just backstabbing everyone in broad daylight, but I've never been able to get that to work. Stealth isn't as broken as it is for everyone else, for some reason. Maybe it's because of nighttime. I haven't actually considered that. But I'm not gonna wait until, like, 9 p.m. to do this final quest. That's silly. So, let's hide, and let's get back to the sniping crap. Get the cursor right. Miss anyways. Fuck. I thought I didn't know he could get me from there. Oh, this is gonna be very fun. I have to deal with, like, what, 12 soldiers all in a row with my crappy pistol. Not my crappy pistol, my crappy rifle. I can miss at medium range. Yeah, sounds great. 18 bullets too. So if I get any shoulder shots, I might have to go down there with the knife. For now, though, get this sneaky shot. Or miss. There's one. Great. This is the one time where the insanely high FOVs I like come to bite me in the ass. Please. Excuse me? That's a reload because, if I don't kill all these guys, I don't think I can continue with the main quest. Pathologic, everybody. Game of the year. I'll use distinct vantage points to get certain people. As insanely stupid as this combat is, I think that's what we gotta do. Get the crosshair on him. Miss anyways. That's another one. Yep. This is some stellar, killing floor 2, rifleman, perk video. Yep. Even the combat music's cutting in and out like a joke. Oh, dude, my rack 'em up perk is getting real high. The multiplier. Ooh. Great. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Hey. Let me just, loot the clown car of riflemen. Never mind, they have nothing on them. Of course they wouldn't. Quick save. Aha! And There's the good architect. So you came here on your own accord, willingly. Why no escort? I'm not an architect. I'm a bachelor. A bachelor and architect, who cares? I'm not going to waste my time getting to know you. Tell me, was it you that perforated my men yesterday? Well, now we're gonna perforate you. If you're religious, now is the time to pray. You're mistaking me for someone else. Come on, hands on the nape, face to the wall. There, to the car. Hand your personal belongings over. Quick, march. I won't go down without a fight, you lowlives. Okay, I'm really sorry to say this, but this isn't how I want to do it, because there is a bug that, I don't even know if it's a bug, but something interesting can occur if I get caught anyways, because the game kind of makes assumptions, so I'll just show what happens if you get caught. I guess the dialogue option is supposed to leave you, like, vulnerable to the rest of the army boys, but the other army boys are hostile from the beginning, so he just stands there looking stupid. Jank game. Jank. Cool. There we go. That's how it's supposed to work. There's a burning corpse. We have... oh, fuck, it's dogs. Eh. Stellar. Oh yeah, this is advanced rat fighting. Dog fighting with my fists. Yeah. Fucking get hit. Okay, fuck, these dogs are running. Christ, they're fast. Help me, Grace. Grace is infected. I guess I can't go see Grace because the army guy took all of my medicine, and you're supposed to go talk to her to get stuff to deal with the damn dogs. So I'm just gonna be stuck doing a fucking fist fight with their awful hitboxes. This is peak Pathojank. This is what people talk about this combat being fucking awful. And it is awful, but I don't think it really has to be good, to be honest. Holy fuck, that's obnoxious. They're a one-hit kill too, and they have so much health. So Grace got sick, which means I can't get a knife from her. Because we got our medicine taken away by the command. Oh, and we're back here, great. Ain't you feisty? Where'd you come from, then? I want to know who has ordered to arrest me. I did, now what? Making a terrible mistake. Here it is, see, I'm keeping it close to... He has panacea. Okay, I get it. So he only has panacea on him when you get caught. Which is, it's something. So I'm gonna quick save with my back towards the dogs, because I hate myself. It's time for, really cool dog combat. video games. That's fun. Make no mistake, I do love this game, but I'm not blind that it has issues. This is just stupid. Like, I get it. I can get some of the floatiness. It's hard to kill things. You're a doctor, not a fighter. All of that stuff. But when it feels like your fists are just floating through an enemy, that's when something feels janky. Help me. Please, God. Stealth. I'm getting real sick of this song. We did it. We did it. We overcame the army. You gotta walk all the way back, fuckboy. Yes. I don't know, I like to treat this game seriously, but this quest is really poorly put together. This is something. I like the story behind it, though. It does make sense that there's a mutiny going on. I get... What's my cat doing? I get what's supposed to be going on here. It makes sense. It just doesn't play at all. Oh, my cat actually buried itself into my dresser, and it's just sleeping in the back. No wonder I was hearing thumps. I don't think she's stuck because she's climbed back up there and she has plenty of room, but she's just a fat fucking cat that's stuck itself in a drawer. And it's just living the life in there. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever took note of these, but these are big bags of rotting meat that comes from the abattoir, suspended indefinitely. Appetizing. I like this bag that looks like a giant fish. Heading out to kill the commander with my fists. And nothing else, because I couldn't get the knife. At least the music out here is nice. It's all calm and peaceful, and I'm the jackass running with his fists out, looking for revenge. After massacring an army, then getting smacked with the butt of a gun. So, let's just sneak up behind him and just fist him. Well, this is gonna suck. So I gotta sneak up behind him and just do just spin around him and hope his aimbot doesn't strike me. If not, we're gonna have to go down to... Do I have money? Yeah, I have money still. I have to go to Bad Grief to just beg him to give me a new rifle. Fuck. Alright, I'll give this a couple of tries, and if nothing comes of it, I'm gonna have to go all the way back up to grab a knife. From Grief, of all people. gonna start running. And if that doesn't work, then yeah, we need to... Preferably you should grab a revolver, excess. Wait, is he not even hostile at first? Can I go and just like talk to him? That would be fascinating. Hey dude, what's up? Stellar. Well, bad grief, my boy, you're gonna get me out of this situation too. Let me check up on my cat. How's she doing in that drawer? What you doing there, kitty? Okay, she licked me. She's at least content in the drawer. Well, while we're climbing up this long stretch, everybody in the comment section, how was your day? Are you happy? I'm not. Fortunately, I remembered to take my depression medicine, so I'm not stuck with withdrawal like I was during, day 10. Day 10 I was withdrawing the whole time, and I just went through with it. Just like, yeah. I just wanted to know if Murky was okay. Hey, Murky.
Your stuffing is coming out.
She came close, her head's murmuring. She says she'll eat your heart before you even notice. What's this all about? You can hide from her in the nursery, but not for long. Needy draws her wrong. She's a distaff. Who is she? I don't know. Tell that to your mummy. She'll hush you down.
They'll have to stitch my belly back together.
Thank you, Murky. I hope the stitching goes well. Yeah, Murky just has absolutely no business with the Bachelor. She will become relevant for the next character. Same with Knockin' in the Sullen Halves. Did that say caffeine? No, it's chiftane. I also remember to have coffee before doing this, so I'm not as grumpy as I would have been dying repeatedly. I don't get salty in games. Sometimes I do get frustrated, but oftentimes me getting angry in games doesn't come out in rage. It comes out in like exhaustion. If you hear me just like mumbling and complaining silently to myself, that's my way of raging. Not destroying my keyboard and getting hyperactive. So I sound more like, oh, this again. Squidward. I don't know, just dreaming about myself. I'm very cool.
Well.
So, doop. Doop. Thanks. Now we're ready. It's only taken... What time is it? 14:01, great. Oh yeah, another thing about the PC is that I was devastated to find out that I can't finish up Lobotomy Corporation because of my computer specs. One thing that people, I don't know, I just feel like people should know is that I kind of got scammed. I have a 1060 graphics card. That sounds fine, but I was scammed. I got a 3 GB instead of a 6 GB, and it turns out 3 GB really sucks. While 6 GB is like the standard for any halfway decent game, so if you wonder why my computer struggles with so much despite having what should be good specs, it's because the gigabytes of my graphics card are abhorrent. So that just sucks. I would be able to have played Pathologic 2, and I actually wanted to stream that way back when. I wanted to stream Pathologic 2 because it was so good, but Pathologic 2 doesn't run very well because guess who has 3 GB? Anyways, eat shit. Give me my powders back. I can leave the water, okay? Coffee and a panacea. And I'll take 20 of those. We don't need to take back all the water. It's excess. Did we lose? No, wait, we used it all. Never mind. I was about to say, did we lose? I died from drinking coffee. I have returned, and I have done it. This guy lies dead in the mud. It only took another 20 minutes. So, Tuiran Sheben. I guess we gotta go back to Andres? Or perhaps we have to talk to Peter. Let me look at that again. Yeah, firing squad before me, it took me for him, so they won't be bothering you. Who knows? Peter or just anybody in the, what's it called? Pub. I think it's called the Broken Hearts Pub in 2. Maybe that's why I insist on giving it a name. Just because I remember that I had one in 2. Speaking of which, maybe once I have better specs, I definitely want to, just for consistency, I want to keep this series as Let's Plays, but I wouldn't mind streaming 2. Get that chat interaction up in there, instead of Linder rambles and makes half-baked comments about things in Misery Simulator, and Daniel's fun step vacation. Yes, I took that from H-Bomber guy, I'm sorry. Another letter. I have news to share, Hoinon. I found the thing that you were looking for the day before yesterday. Please avoid any rash decisions, at least until you've spoken to me. Meet me at the works, in a vault between the corpulent workshop. Artemis Burak. See. Well, once we found Peter, or Andre, we will get to you, our respects. Great. Good hit. Better. Oh. Hey.
You saved my brother and me from being shot. But if you truly value my life so much, protect the tower.
Hey, you haven't abandoned me, old boy. I wasn't expecting you to come, to be honest. See, I was stupid enough to return here. But you probably know already that the soldiers are at each other's throats. The squads that are loyal to the general are killing the mutineers by the cannon. The latter are quite displeased with me. Andre, now is the time. I have come to talk business. Talk ahead, then. Wait. Don't you want to know what happened to me, at all? Well, and what could have happened to you, apart from more senseless lunacy? So, yesterday I came to my brother to sit by his side, as I was planning to. There were these war mongrels. And there these war mongrels were. When I saw them, I knew our cake was dough. I had them removed from my brother's place and ran off looking for him. I kept searching all night, but he was nowhere to be seen. I even went to the general, and he told me there's a mutiny. So it was he who told you about the mutineers. I was there when he himself was informed about them. This is what saved me. I rushed to the cannon, started asking questions about an executed architect. They said they've arrested a lot of rabble to execute at dawn. That they've offered special treatment to me. I barely escaped with a whole skin. I see. Then I rushed to the pub to find reinforcements and assault the cannon. That's where it gets stupid. It seems that I've raised so much noise by the cannon that they've made special inquiries about me. I've sent a squad to the den. Okay, I know what happens next. How did you manage to break free? My faithful comrades have won me back. On our way here, they told me that Peter came home and was sleeping like a log. I made sure it's true, and then I came back here to count my losses. I see. There's also a rumor that Andre Stomaton, the architect that had murdered every soldier in his studio yesterday and set fire to a stone stairway later, was just executed by the mutineers. That's when the assault began. What is this supposed to mean? That was me. So I am you! The furnace of this catastrophe has molded me, my brother, and you, into a single person. The fire of war has molded us into a threefold bullet. It's natural. We are one. The three sides of a single process. Come to the capital with us. Wait a minute. I think I've heard that already somewhere. Deja vu. Really? Well, it's no wonder another smart person has pointed out the obvious to you. Right, it's too early to celebrate yet. Show me the design of the tower's foundation. And we just have it right there. Simple. So, the tower is supported by a spire that's been drilled deep into the earth. It's like a long, long pole. Still doesn't make sense in terms of gravity, but it's not that it's literally floating there. There is some concept of... God, what the hell are you doing? There is some concept of support going on there. Interesting. watches over me. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any of the little girls in the dresses. Just wonder if we could sneak out an extra powder this day, but it seems unlikely. If this rat wasn't on me, I'd take some immunity boosters because I've been walking into plague fog real haphazardly. Oh, and just to torture us, there's now 2 plague clouds chasing me. Great scene in front of the cathedral. Alright, use these.
Why are they playing me up?
By the way, Bachelor, have you by any chance heard of the outrageous event that happened yesterday? The bone steak lot. Yes, someone tried to incite a riot. The military have exterminated an unarmed mob. A perfectly healthy mob. This is the event I'm talking about, and I know for sure who was behind it, because I know who turned out to be guilty of this horrible crime. Me. I was the one they framed. Who was behind it? The Kains, most likely. They've arranged this provocation and tied every loose end to me, as though it was I who'd done it. I've done a splendid job. Couldn't have done better. It's because such things can only be done by a very special woman. It's about genetics as much as it is about skill. Maria. She is a witch, the Dark Mistress. Have you already heard about Nina and Victoria? Ask around. Then you'll see who Maria strives to be. She will turn into a warlock queen and make the town bend before her tyranny. Like Nina before, only even more frightening. It can be proven. How can you prove it? I am content with the accounts of 2 extremely reliable prosecutors. They know for sure that the yesterday's pictogram in the lot was created by Maria. The first is a man that has been selflessly in love with Maria for a long time now, and has recently come to know some of her secret doings. Who is it? Old Gibsky's son. The second is Maria's younger brother, little Casper, who also knows Maria's immediate plans better than anyone else. He is so terrified of them that he's ready to run to the ends of the earth. That is interesting. By the way, if you want to talk to this Casper boy, please hand this panacea over to him. The vial was brought to me by Burok yesterday. It's reliable. The boy will understand. Actually, after talking to him, so will you. Alright, I'll see to it. To be in my bonnet, too. Now, of course, we have bigger plans for Panacea, so I'm not gonna give it to Casper, but no worries. If Casper grows sick, he'll get the Panacea. Alright, Let's start with Casper, and then we'll head down to see Vlad the Younger. Up the polyhedron we go. Again. Okay, I think my cat thinks she's stuck in the drawer, so I'm gonna help her get out. Oh no, I was just hearing the kids upstairs crashing around. Never mind. It wasn't even the cat that's being loud and annoying. Stellar. Also, just to make the structure even more weird, so the spike has to be connected to this little staircase, you see? With all these platforms that surround the paper fucking blueprint print paper tower. I don't know why it was so hard for me to say that, but it is. And if you come up here, this staircase is the only connector of the stairs and the polyhedron. That is a lot of power behind these damn supports. To have this little staircase keep this huge tower up. Oh Christ, what do you kids want? No one is allowed inside the tower. Kain's orders. You'll lead soldiers to us. I have a message from the Inquisitor to Kain. Oh, that was easy.
This is it. No more games. No one needs us.
I came on her behalf, I know. What is there for us to talk about then? Tell me, Casper, what happened to Maria? You should know that better than me. I'm not going to help you with this. You hold a grudge against your sister. Why? Sister forces us out from here. It was she who put down the bull in the bone steak lot yesterday, wasn't it? No, but she's involved into many other things. For example, it was she who got rid of Ava. How's that for news, huh? She wanted to have you all for herself. I could tell you a lot about my sister, but I don't want to flaunt the dirty linen. Ava has committed suicide and left a note. Ask my sister. She knows how to do these things. She won't lie to you. She'll tell the truth. So no Kain has anything to do with what happened at the lot. No, none of us did that. I'd be glad if there were charges. Father and uncle are at the death's door, and I do not want to live under my sister. What can I do to find the guilty party, then? Why are you asking me? Bulls are Glimski's domain. If the big one has resigned, ask the young one. He knows a lot about my sister, too. Oh, thank fuck. I won't. I have 1,000 fellows here. Either all of us gets it, or none of us does. Take it, or give it to old Gimski. He'll tell you all about sister. Well, I hope no one here is going to be in need of panacea tomorrow. Cool, so we keep it. I was thinking that I put myself into a dead end and had to give it away. But Casper's logic is airtight. This remains to be the only place untouched by plague. Well, this and the abattoir. The termitary tried to be as such, but it got pretty much infected on day one, so much for that. Yeah. The Polyhedron's boys will live. Fortunately. At least, even in this town, we have to remember, a large horde of children are survivors because of this tower. And I guess the spire, if you were to ask me, I'd imagine it'd be directly under this floral pattern over here. Of course, I don't know that, but that's just what makes sense to me. It also craters into the earth there. You can't see under that platform. Alright, let's head to Vlad the Younger. Fortunately, Vlad the Heavy is, well, dead. Vlad the Younger doesn't seem too bothered by it, though. He hasn't mentioned it once. Oh good, there's a construction next door, so I really hope that isn't coming over the mic, because that'd be horrifically obnoxious. Gonna put away the miracle cures I have on me right now. No, you know what? I'm going to start walking around with them. We have 8, and we used the 9th one on Sticky earlier on in the playthrough. So in total, we've gotten 9 to spend on Healing Bound. And I think that that is going to be our grand total. We'll have been able to save 9 bound. Not including ours, fortunately. Because we've kept them all alive. Sorry for the nose noises. Listen, my cat slept right next to my face, and despite having lived with cats all of my life and owning up to a max of 3 of them at once, I'm very allergic to cats and I get all stuffy and stuff because of them. Oh hey. Thanks for the stuff.
Maria will stand up for the children. I'm on her side.
If only I knew before everything that I've learned now. Have you seen my father lately? Do you know what happened in the lot yesterday? Yes, of course. It was ugly. Brock is besides himself. Do the Kains have anything to do with it? Wait a minute. No, this can't be. The Kains were within a hair's breadth of destruction. The bull situation was arranged to smear their names and set the people against them. Who gave you this unique idea? 'Cause I can't believe you've come to this conclusion on your own logical inference. Glayla thinks Maria did it. Rubbish. Maria's innocent. Moreover, now I understand that she's our only hope. She's the only one who has the courage to keep building the things that we've set the foundation of. The cowardly and the weak want the reliability, comfort, and confidence of tomorrow. I also want her dead. But what about the kin? It's not like this can be explained to them. The kin is gone. For good, sadly. I can already see that Burak has failed. He's lost everything. From now on, I will serve her, who will construct a new miracle instead of the lost one. Doesn't sound very Holgimsky, to be honest. My father never loved me, so I have no desire to pursue his life work. I'll revere him as I did before, but the family business is no more. Little sister is right. The powers switch places. Well, does this mean Maria had nothing to do with yesterday's accident? She hadn't, but even if she had, what of it? Would it have changed anything? I'll relay your words to the Inquisitor. Ugh. Oh. Oh. Hey, dude. Where did all these guys come from? Getting the shit kicked out of me because I wasn't expecting any of this, and this is a weird place to fight with all the objects in the way. Jeez. Was this an assassination attempt? Or are these people just angry that I'm looking into things? So, who's coming after me? I don't even know. This all seems to say that Aglaila might have been the one to set up the bull to frame the Kains, which would make her, is not even she reliable? Can I not trust anybody? I can't trust the Kains, the Olgimskis, the Saburovs. Can't. Block has literally only been here for a couple of days, so what the hell does he know? Nobody is worth trusting, I see. Great. Let's just talk to the Inquisitor, see what happens. And after this, we give her the plans, and it's time to head on to day 12. And I think I'm going to do day 12 in this recording, because day 12 is a little barren in content. You'll see.
I haven't slept for 3 nights in a row. I don't think I'll manage another one.
There's little to no time left. Well, do have a look. I've got the blueprints of the Foundation. Here it is. Take a look. So the miraculous machine turned out to be a lever pumping poisonous organic matter from below the ground. How symbolic. There's a certain familiar logic to it. The general logic of the world structure. Don't tell me you're surprised, Bachelor. Why are you calling it a lever? So the local diggers, drillers, and engineers find sophisticated ways to screw a longest stem into the ground under Andre Stomatin's guidance. The polyhedral egg lies upon this stem as though it was a spring. Reminds you of a lever, doesn't it? But if the building stirred the underground deposits when they installed the foundation, why has the outbreak only happened now? Because of the soil. I think this clot used to be a pit where the steppe people would bury the remains of slaughtered bulls. There are facts to support this. I suspect it was situated above the Cramps Point. The pressure was gradually increasing. Perhaps the pintle was shifting. When it got to the clot... Yes, it does sound plausible. We have found the source. I congratulate you on the victory, Daniel. Tomorrow is the last and hardest day. We have, but it's all very sudden. Somehow I can't shake the feeling you knew beforehand. See you at the meeting hall at the headquarters tomorrow. I'll come. The construction of the tower had uncovered something that was laying in wait. The cause of the outbreak is clear now. It is a systematic certainty. Does this mean, however, that we must destroy the tower? This dying town is already beyond salvation, but the polyhedron, the epitome of human aspiration, may be saved. We'll just have to see. But today has been completed, I believe. Yeah, there's nothing left. So let's head to bed and see what happens. Day 12 is coming. Your nemesis is breathing down your neck. Look behind you before it's too late. She donned the masks of justice, playing skillfully with your desire to uncover the truth. She has abused you, made you a tool, forced you to create more lies. Dark passions and thirst for vengeance are poor companions for people like her. Find me at the commander's headquarters if you wish to know more. It is sad to see how easily she has tricked you. What with me thinking you were a geometrical strategist of no small standing. No, I'm not buying into the Kains crap anymore. I'm not gonna do that quest for them. I don't believe them.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
And the plague is gone. Not cured, but seemingly there's so few people left alive anymore that it can't, well, can't stay in a district because who's there left to infect? There's only, I'd imagine there's only a couple dozen people left in any district. So few that the plague just can't sustain itself. I think it's finally burning out. The last few people are still at risk, however. Perhaps they are still worth saving.
Whatever you do, you'll have to sacrifice something.
Destruction is inevitable. There's no miraculous way out.
So that's what their thought process is, see? There was nothing to hope for from the start. Each of them should simply fulfill their purpose. At least, we'll see which one works best.
Each of them wants to save that which is dear to them. Perhaps they could get along?
Out to the question. The meeting chamber is tight, with the General sitting at one side of the table and the Inquisitor sitting at the other. Only one of them will decide. The others will die.
Normally I would do my introductions, but this is all one video. Welcome to day 12. There's nothing left. We'll sleep at Laura's house to skip to the day portion, and then we get to the meat of what we're doing here. What is the meat, you say? Well, we've been saving the cures so we can cure the bound. There is a distinct reason to be saving the other characters' bounds. And I have a sneaking suspicion that we'll at least be able to see one of the reasons why. If we're lucky, we can see both. But for now, let me take a nap at the second kindest lady I've met in this town. Ah, Lara, you'd never betray me. You can do stupid things, but you've never betrayed me. Twelfth day has come. Today is the final day. You have less than 14 hours to make the right choice. 7,560 people are dead. Which it finally becomes apparent which it was all about. So, we now have to do a big rush around the town. We gotta see who's sick and who isn't. Who can I confirm already? Lara isn't sick. All of my bound aren't sick, so nobody over here. I do not know about Yulia. I know that Anna, Angel, and Ruben are... No, Ruben isn't sick. Anna, Angel, and... Bad Grief are sick. The rest I don't remember or haven't seen. I also don't know if Tai Chick can get sick, but I'm gonna check up on the termitary. And if you're curious to know how this all shakes out, I'm only gonna be talking to the bound of... my characters. I'll be talking to the bound of other characters in their own respective playthrough. So, Lara is safe. Who do we check on next? Alexander and Katarina. Check back up on Sticky. Head to the termitary to check on Taya. There's one character in the abattoir that we cannot check on, so they do not count. It's almost peaceful again. We go from gunfires, sounds of death, people wailing in agony, to silence. It's just rain and ambient music. Okay, so Katarina is sick. Give her the schmouters. This will cripple them for the rest of their life. They'll burn all their insides along with the plague. I sure want to save them from the disease at this cost. Yes, give it. So Katarina is saved. Let me, despawn the beakhead. There we go. That soldier in the distance made a sick fall. That was spectacular. Sabirov is healthy. Or Alexander Sabirov is. Up next is Sticky. Let's see if he got reinfected. So, I'm gonna go down here through the earth, come back up here, go see characters like Capella, and then we'll... Oh yeah, we're also gonna have to go down here to check on Murky again. Although I suspect that she probably didn't get sick, since we saw her healthy yesterday. But it's possible that there's a plague check during the transition between 11 to 12, so might as well recheck. Sticky is healthy, so I didn't waste that panacea. I did not waste the first thing of panacea. Sticky did not get reinfected. Good. Next is Taya, who I don't know if they can get infected, but it's just... It's good to be sure. At least the guards are healthy, yes. Hello, worm. I think this means Ty is safe. But let's check. Yeah, Ty is okay. Good. Let me quick save. Another character I know is sick is Grace. Just remember that. We also haven't checked up on Notkin for a while, so that'll be important. Kain obviously isn't infected because he's in the polyhedron. Same cannot be said in Pathologic 2, but, you know. In this game he is. I think on my way down, I'll see Aspity. Oh, Aspity, Grace. Well. Okay. Yeah, we should do a little bit of backtracking because it'll be a lot more obnoxious coming back for Anna. I'm gonna skip around over here and check on Anna. Then Aspity, then Grace, blah 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 blah. I'm describing my game plan for today because what's there left to talk about? Everyone's gone. Even I can't contrive something out of this. This is the last day we have. This is the last day we have left. The choice has been made. I received a note from somebody. Oh, do you remember the letter I sent you? The time has come. The victory I am trying to lead you to is not enabled by reason. It is made possible by faith alone. You cannot prove it, you only can feel it deep within your heart. I am in the left wing of the termitary, so come along if you want to talk. My plan is the only one that will work. Nothing has to die. Clara. I was told you were looking for an alternative way, Hoinun. I know what we must do. We have no other choice but to offer an inordinate sacrifice. Doing so is still the most humane thing that can be done. If you think you can trust my judgment, come see me and I will tell you the details of it. I am running out of time. So much has happened recently that I feel as if I am being torn in two. Help me. Alright, we'll help them both. I can't say that we will side with them, but this is why we're curing the bound. They can't come to the discussion if the people that vouch for them are dying. Yeah, give her the powders. Let her choke on them. At least the music's nice. Kind of missed it when everything was infected. Aspity, oh Aspity, are you still alive? She is indeed. Alright, next up is Grace, who we know we need to heal. Quick save, because that's a lot of walking. Yeah. Stop barking, beakhead. Here, I have a panacea. Let me in, I'll cure them. Good. And now, Grace has been healed with panacea. Not for any real thematic reasons, not for any practical reasons, but I'm giving the kids panacea and the adults schmouters just because of the lore that powders just fucking murder children. You can still give powders to children and they'll survive, but it just, you know, role-playing. Trying to fit into the role. Where I realistically would not give children powders. There's just no mechanic to accidentally murder them with them. Bet. I'll go talk to the Haruspex early. I think he's in his lab. Forgot to talk to him yesterday, but we'll talk to him today. Never mind. I guess we won't talk to him. Inquisitor's reminder. Tonight at 7, proceedings will be held at the town cathedral. I earnestly request your attendance. You'll introduce your arguments before the obtuse commander in order to substantiate our, should hope, decision. I also ask you to put all your current affairs in order before the proceedings. The situation is at a stalemate. Whatever authority I wield is not enough to guarantee that the right decision is enforced. P.S. I rely upon your discretion, as well as your decency. Bad grief, have a powder. Good boy. Now we'll check up on Notkin, and then Capella. I'll also head to the theater to see what Mark Immortel has to say, since he is a part of our bound. Alright, I should also check up on Murky. That's probably important. Yeah, Notkin's infected. give them the panacea. Thank you. Cool. Now you can see why I was being so greedy with the cures. We're going around and healing a bunch of very important people. Of course, the poor should also... the people that aren't important should also be healed, because, you know, saying otherwise is, well, let's just say that's a little bit, dictatory. Oh yeah, the fucking servants of my big-ass castle matter more than all of the peasants dying of plague below. No, I don't mean it like that, it's just, well, who's left to save? I take it that Murky is probably safe, but let me check the door, just in case. Yeah, Murky's fine. Okay. So we head back up to speak to them, right? So we backtrack up. Now I've got to think. Once they're checked up on, who's left to heal? Thinking about the, bound of Clara. Maybe I should recheck Ruben. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because that would make sense why I haven't gotten another letter. No, Ruben's good. Hey, big guy. Thanks for the vaccines. No, Capella's good. Hey. How many miracle cures do I have left? I have 3. And I can't think of anybody else. Ava's dead. None of my bound are sick. Lara's healthy. Yulia's healthy. Anna's healthy. Andre should be healthy. Katarina and Alexander are healthy. Peter, of course. Sticky, yes. Aspity, yes. Grace, yes. Ruben and Bad Grief, yes. Notkin, yes. Jeez, I can't think of anybody else who could be sick. Let me check my bound list. Everyone's safe. Let me try go talking to them. I'm gonna go, first off, see Clara at the... what's it called? Yeah, the Termitary. I'm guessing that the horror specs would also be found at the Termitary, maybe in that back room. Let me check his letter again. Come and see me. Huh. these real quick. Yeah, it's good. I suppose I didn't enter Sticky's house, so perhaps we should do that. No, that's stupid, but I kinda wanna do it just in case something's bugged. You know, just being thorough. Yeah, I'm allowed in. Sticky's good. So what I was talking about earlier about important characters, I don't think that really counts when I'm healing orphan children like Sticky, who, even though the mistresses have a plan for them, like, they're just orphan children. So there is a bit of selflessness here. Changeling.
People are willing to sacrifice themselves so that the town survives. Help me get to the cathedral. I'll show you.
See how everything turns out? Who would have thought? You have to sacrifice something. Either the town or the polyhedron. One of the queens wants to destroy the wondrous tower, while the other seeks to raise as much as possible just to make sure. Do you have a different solution? If my confidants are alive, I will come to the council with you. There won't be a single queen there that I won't be able to convince to my cause. But are you actually sure they are alive? Do you really want me to come to the council? Yes, I am sure all your bound are well. Come to the cathedral. I'll give you the right to decide. Cool. Clara is confirmed to come to the cathedral. Now we have to track down Burok with his vague note. And hopefully we will have this all done. No, he's not here. His house is also locked, so where is he? This is a bit of a stretch, but let's check inside the abattoir. I don't think you can even enter it, but... No, you can't enter it. Alright, so his house is locked. So where's Burok? You know what? I'm gonna have to check a guide for it. Be right back. So it says to meet him at the factory, so I'm going to go through all the doors in the factory and see if I can find him. I would have expected he would have been in his little home, but that's locked, so I can't enter it. Really hope it's no jank like, oh, since you didn't enter his home on a previous day, he's in there, but you don't have it unlocked, so he's just standing in there waiting for you when you can't reach him. That would suck immensely. But that is only my paranoia, hopefully. those clouds. The smokestacks just constantly stay blurred, huh? Yep, it just never stops being a big, censored phallus. So let's try to enter like this. Oh, there you are.
In truth, we're not powerless, just willless.
I hope you're happier than I am, Oyunun. So you have mustered up the resolve to... What about you? I'm in doubt, Oyunun. All this time I've been walking between two paths. I hoped that eventually they would converge into one, but they went into different directions. I know how to preserve the town without risks. I could have shown you the proof I've promised. I was a bit short on time. Tell me how you would do this. I would destroy the polyhedron. That is the price that has to be paid for procuring enough raw materials to create tons of panacea. I would keep the settlement, of course. An abandoned, dangerous place is 100-fold worse than an inhabited one that's ruled with resolve. Sounds right. Really. Then I could present the commander with arguments in favor of a proposal that will preserve the town at the cost of destroying the tower. That is a wise arrangement, and, as my heart tells me, a lasting one. Thinking about the future of my community. What do you need for that? My confidants are alive, so I'll come. I see no problem with that, but are you absolutely sure that they are really alive? I am. Your confidants are alive and well. I'll see you at the council, Burak. So they're both coming. Because of our big stockpile of miracle cures, we have successfully saved everybody. Well, we've saved all of the bound, and both of them are going to have their say in the final choices. So, let's sleep to 7 p.m. Of course, I'll be sleeping off at, sleep off at, Anna's, because... No, not Anna. Stay away from me, Anna. Ava's, because that's close to the cathedral and all that. And hopefully, the day will end soon. And... For the choice, I'm unsure. I don't know what Clara's talking about, but I don't trust her already. Burak, I trust. And I am willing to destroy the polyhedron to make panacea. And raising the town seems like a shit idea too. There's also the choice to make no choice at all. And with all of the people pulling at my strings, unless Clara comes up with a damn good solution, I'm teetering on making no choice at all and going with Burak. Fanatica's gone. The Kains are... It's our one sense of victory we can get out of this. Save the town. Or let these families squabble over themselves and let themselves burn. Also, I was walking on autopilot and walked past Ava's. Great. When is 7 o'clock in military time? Let me check. 24. Yeah, it should be 17, so... Oh, a letter from the powers that be. Bachelor, we thought we should write, because you don't seem to be listening to what we tell you. You've gotten out of hand. As of late, you keep doing whatever you please. This is unacceptable. You are spoiling the game. If this letter reaches you in good time, do come to the polyhedron. They will let you inside. Keep your eyes tightly closed and ascend to the bottom and say, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes. We'd like to have a little chat with you. The people who own you. Powers that be, what are you trying to do? Got one of your little beakheads in the polyhedron, waiting to chastise me for my choices. I'll hear you out. We'll see what happens. To the great plague-causing tower we go. For now, though, let me save the game because I haven't in a very long time. God, these individual stairs are tiny. I'd be tripping all over those. And given that this place has absolutely no railings, that would result in the death of me. Great place. And then there's these really thick stairs. Oh yeah. Also trip-worthy in their own way. Alright, let's ascend. Whoops. Step back on the teleport. staircase down is over there, right? So the powers that be better have something great for me. At least something interesting. Not coming through all of this hell just to get scolded by people too cowardly to come to the town to themselves. Well, seems like it. Hey, nice sculpture of the town. Did you make that? Hey. Hello. Exceedingly huge children. Don't be upset. Being a toy is also nice. Oh. Why did you play it like this? Why couldn't you have chosen a different game, like tag or something, huh? Because we've been to a funeral. They've been sending us out to the garden for 10 days in a row so that we wouldn't get in anyone's way. They've been taking us to a cemetery for a week now, Bachelor. If you keep being naughty, I'll take you with me next time and leave you among the wreaths so that you know better. So who died on you? No one did. No one ever does. Why is he asking about it? Hush, hush, no need to cry. Oh, come on. Hey, look, it's Bachelor. Wow, he's so big. How did you find us? They've already told you, right? So the powers that be are you. I want you to tell me everything. No problem. What do you want to know? What diabolical game are you playing? Look, it's a magic sandbox. See how it reflects in the mirrors? It's because everything's for real there. Here's a town. We've made it out of sand. There's this awful thing going on there. An epidemic. So it's all crumbling. The town's falling apart. We've been sent heroes to fix it. To fix it? It's rotting, see? Ew. I hope they think of something. Mure it in sand, at least. They're magical, too, you know? The heroes are. Take you, for example. Look how it all worked out. Used to be a doll, and now you're alive. Perhaps the rest also work like this. Did you know that your dolls were alive? Everything is alive around here. It's the structure. It brings me to life. It brings things to life. It's not like we're twisting anyone's arms. It just happens. All on its own. We only built the town and then it became miraculous. All on its own. And the dolls, we just stuck the throwaway ones in. They're lame anyways. Oops, sorry. That's fine. Our mission has changed from trying to find a way to cure death to, indeed, it was a sandbox plague. The children who were playing there must have been on their way home from the funeral. A sorrowful game may have seemed an appropriate diversion to them. Maybe they simply felt their childhood was slipping away. One way or another, the hero has been bitterly deceived. All this time, the hero took himself to be a living man who was trying to rescue his fellow human beings. Beyond doubt, this belief has filled him with fervor, helped him to reach the finale and even be somewhat triumphant. In vain. It was all in vain. The hero was but a puppet, striving to help the imaginary population of a town that was nothing more than a drawing. Strangely, there is still not a word to be heard from the powers that be. Perhaps they became bored of it all, or were called back home for supper. So everything here, none of this was real. It's just a game by children. And we were their little dolls. Which does bring up the... Oh wow, I scared the children in here by bringing out the knife. Does bring up the question, though. How literal are we talking about the dolls coming to life? Yes, I'm scaring the children because it's funny. Has this sandbox experienced a miracle similar to the polyhedron within this world's... Well, within this game's world? Or is even that just a plot to them? Even if this is all fake, there's no turning back now. We must treat it like it is real. But I did get a note. A letter from the makers. Please do come by to meet us at the theater if you have a spare minute. We'd like to have a rather inconsequential but mature talk with you. We apologize in advance for the inconvenience. The people who executed the whole thing. So, are you saying that there's something above the powers that be? The little children that made us, there's something above them too? That's fucking mysterious. Alright, where's this going, game? What are you doing? You presented us with what might as well be gods of this world, pulling my little strings around. And you're telling me that there's something above them. Are we gonna meet the children again? Because, I mean, creators of the whole thing, they did create this whole miserable game. Of course, I'm talking about game as in, you know, the game of Pandemic we're playing. Of course, the video game was made by adults in Russia. Some people may be upset about that twist there, but I don't know, it doesn't really make me feel much. It's just like, oh, well, that hurts. But, this game has always hurt. What's changed? You've been exerting yourself only to be told there is no point in it. You've been interacting with fiction. A fiction of two sad, grieving children. And yet, even now, we're still going to the... I really want to know what's gonna happen here. I haven't actually seen this, I just know it exists. So, it's gonna be pretty new to me, too. Come in, they're waiting for you. Take my coat and bag. Thank you. The hero is a doll, but so are the children. The real game is what's happening between you and us. I cannot leave... I cannot leave the Bachelor's body. You're imposing your limits upon me. Bachelor has lost his battle for freedom since the very day he was born. What about you? Bachelor is my hands and nothing more. I wanted to see if I can make it. That's what we're interested in as well. Can you make it or can you not? Can you make what, exactly? Could you not have made it? I've made it. I managed to destroy your poisonous evil that has spread thin across the world. You see how sad our fortune is. We put all our hopes into you. We poor actors were hoping you'd become the director of a new show. The old one has been beaten to death, but you turned out to be a doll. But I am not a doll. Did I hear you right? Who is it speaking? It's me, the player. Oh, then I apologize profusely. You are definitely not a doll, but that seems to be unhelpful for our hero right now. He is humiliated and crushed, but most importantly, he is deprived of the power that we have all hoped for. By the way, are you still willing to take responsibility for him? Yes, he is my responsibility. I will stay with him to the very end. His words shall be my words. His deeds shall be my deeds. Oh, then I apologize once again. Perhaps not all is lost yet. Let's wait for the finale and see if the day brings any surprises. We still have a chance to play in a drama with an unpredictable story. Watch me act. Kind sir, can I help you with something? Tell me, who are you in this puppet world? We do not belong to the puppet shows. We are the actors of a mime performance. I, for example, am a miserable actor. My line of characters is always mourning the inevitable losses. Our repertoire is quite limited, really. The esteemed impresario may have oversold the importance of the local theater. Stop messing with me. Are you a child? I'm exactly what you think I am. A collection of poorly rendered polygons on a screen. Why are you giving me that look? Do not ascribe a more important role to me than the ones I have been assigned from the very beginning. I'll fail a bigger role. The mask isn't impressive enough. Take care, you little scribble. Yep. So, even the kids are puppets. It's a bullshit ending. If you couldn't tell what was going on, we just talked to the game's developers. As the player, to the developers. Yeah. I think I fucked up the conversation with the beakhead and didn't get the full context of what he wanted to say, which is unfortunate, but yep. Dankovsky, what I could wiggle out of the conversation is that Dankovsky isn't real. This town isn't real. Even the bullshit ending with the children saying the world isn't real. This is a playable piece of art from a bunch of people. The developers, who have come down to essentially say hi to us. Dankovsky does not exist, but I exist. Dankovsky's choices don't exist, but the choices I've made for Dankovsky, they exist. I put some of my belief and heart into playing this game. You cannot say that I have not put true effort and love into playing a project like this, to engage in art. So even if choosing an option on the screen isn't real, I also spent something real on it. Who cares if the game isn't real? In its own way, it's real to me. It's important even though it's fake. Come, Bachelor, the Assembly is awaiting your decision. The queens of this chessboard are in a deadlock. They have each other pinned down. The game may very well end in a tragic stalemate. You are a pawn at the finishing line. Deliver your checkmate, mate. Do I hear laughter from under your ugly beak? Funny. And everything will be decided. Inquisitor Lass seems to think she has used you. Confused? Don't you fret. She's also nothing. Everything was leading to this. You're now acting in the interest of inevitability. You can't get away from it. Evil conquers all. Make way. Heard of me?
That tower will have to be destroyed. That's how we procure Icor.
Look at them. See now that she is a victim? Do not paint her a demon. She is just honestly doing her duty, like you or me. You are protecting a Galela. Do you really have something to say in her defense? I'm just still confused. What has she done to deceive you? Did she lie to you? Has she withheld the truth? I think you've learned everything you have without her help. Every conclusion you've made is your own. The whole town was at your disposal. She had to protect the town at any cost. That was her purpose. And yet she tried to settle personal accounts with her deceased sister while claiming to fulfill a noble duty. Why? She came as a lightbringer, capable of resolving all our misfortunes with the power of her intelligence, and ended up being a traitor that tried to sell me another lie under the guise of the ultimate truth. You're just holding a grudge, Hoinon, nothing more. You only feel betrayed because you've entrusted yourself to her. That was your own choice. It's unwise to brand someone as savior beforehand, and then denounce them when they fail to live up to your expectations. Though they didn't know you had them. She knew. That's the difference. She knew and exploited my hopes. You brought this upon yourself. Don't try to get even with Aglaela. If you want to destroy the town and save the tower only to get to her and push her towards her demise, that would be unbecoming of you, Hoinon. It is you who will turn into a spiteful puppeteer driven by his thirst for revenge. It's not about revenge. I just want to keep my word and to fulfill my mission fairly.
I can barely walk. Enough for today, eh?
What?
Well, are you planning to make up your mind anytime soon? I would still like to know how you're going to keep the town intact. No, Bachelor, you will never understand this. You are very smart, but your intelligence holds you back. You will never come to understand my truth. Even though you're close to Maria and believe in Simon's abilities, you are still all too far from understanding the higher purpose of things, and my truth only comes together on that level. Why are you so displeased with my intelligence? Your victory is a victory of pure reason. Look, just like we all, you have reconstructed a picture of the whole universe and found the roots of what happened. But your picture is austere and bare bones. You have merely come to understand the mechanics of the events. You are generally a mechanic of a medic. Who are you then? Me and Burak, we are different, and much more profound, believe me. Your world is mechanically consistent and rational. You want to keep what is reasonable to keep and to destroy what is necessary to destroy in order to complete your tragic mission with minimal risk. Are you laughing at me? I want to... Huh. If it were so, I would not have taken you to the cathedral, changeling. There Maria stands. She looks at you hopefully, her velvet eyes already ripe with scarlet fire. What is she waiting for then? What is she doing here at all? I don't know. I haven't talked to her yet.
Neither the town nor the tower have to be sacrificed. Everything can be saved.
Is it true that the commander has acknowledged you as a heavenly harbinger, and is now obeying your will? Would I ever have the right to be called a heavenly harbinger if I had my own will? Does the commander serve me? Oh, how stupid you are, Bachelor, when speaking of matters of this kind. The commander is a knight. His heart is sensitive in a very unique way. He has realized who is to be served now. What is to happen to him now? I am not impartial to his fate, too. Are you afraid that he will die? Don't. The powers that be have in fact given his an order no less hypocritical than the one you've received. He will be spared, I think. They just need to find a new battle for him. So many fires, so many abysses he is to walk through, each of them eagerly prepared by the powers to become his grave. Yet he is to overcome all hardships. To become a dictator and a tyrant eventually. Are you afraid that too much blood will be spilled before the light of truth triumphs over the world? Don't. Yes, guns will destroy many before the war is ended, but when it ends forever. All earthly kingdoms will unite and exist in consent, and there will be but one law. You're laughing at me. In reality, you already know he's doomed. Just don't you think I don't feel sorry for him? He's noble, honest, and a true hero, an Alexander. Yes, he is destined to die, but we will save the town. Make your choice, Bachelor. You already have. You will have the right to speak. Glayla.
Have you met a courier on the way?
I am indeed powerless, as you can see. I am accused of having arranged your discovery. I have lost my vote of confidence. Tell them whose discovery it is, or the laurels are yours. Are you in doubt? Your diabolical deception was so simple. The cause and the source. It's so easy to put these very different things together, Inquisitor. They are not the same. In this case, they are. It's strange that you have failed to see that. This place is an utopia, that is, an abuse of nature. Utopia must be destroyed. It's evil. What is a utopia, Aglaela? Let's talk for the last time. What is provoking your hatred so much? I am a humanitarian. My duty is to save people, not kill them. I only condemn a few for death for the sake of the many. Now I am offering you to save the happiness of several thousands, hardly shedding any blood at all. A utopia will demand more and more sacrifices, you know. Even this utopia. But why do you think this place is a utopia? Nobody conducts social experiments here. Look, this place is more natural than nature. Utopias are usually constructed to embody perfect justice, liberty, or economic thrift. This one, however, is different. The town is not a place that does not exist. It's a place that cannot exist. Mustn't exist. Here's where the cause and the source are the same. To elaborate on that, please. I'm still failing to understand where you see the root of all evil. Our country holds the absolute record on experimental utopia designs. This is a feature that should be interpreted and this is a feature that should be interpreted at its absolute virtue. Social masterpieces are rare, but they do happen, and they don't have to be accidental. However, Somehow, they never seemed to live too long. Now at the dawn of the current century, there are almost none left. One gets the impression that there is no country that would imbue its inhabitants with inner force simply because they happen to inhabit it. There have been examples of this, but they've all been destroyed. Why? I don't know. Let's get back to the matter at hand. A wonderful town is suddenly beginning to die. No one knows why. Why this one? The one that has managed to produce a wonder? The most curious, the most mysterious, inhabited by the most talented people? What did they do to deserve all this? I'll tell you. I'm all ears. At the persistent pleasure of the capricious, powers that be, the miracle that has been accidentally embodied as the polyhedron is forced to stay there, captured by the flesh of the town that has nurtured it, feeding it with its resources, people, and hot blood. This flesh has become its womb and its prison. You're being too metaphoric. What does this have to do with my choice and the epidemic? Enslaved miracles died not out of anyone's malice. That is just their nature. You can't hold a miracle with your hands. You can only hold its corpse. The idea is not new. Let's have a closer look at the disease, the embodiment of this logic. Is it good or evil? Why has it come to the town? It's obviously evil. Why did you come to the town at the same time, then? You were by all definitions a hero, a miracle maker almost. It was the powers that be that have tried to make you detain a miracle here, not the poor obsessed Kains. They've only played their part. They represent their own force, but you... Do you really want to go back to being a slave? The powers that be are bending you to submission according to their own design. No, I don't. I hate them as much as you do, Aglaela. Then tell him, Daniel. There he stands, waiting for your word. A puppet, just like... Guide his weapons. No one has heard a single word of recommendation from me yet. I'm relying on you completely, just like I said. And heed my warnings. I remember everything we talked about. Be silent.
I'm feverish.
I
What
knew
can
you
it
would
be?
come. When will you begin to execute your design, Maria? I have already begun, my Daniel. When the night falls and the wind scatters, the smoke above the scorched earth and the dust of the buildings demolished settles, you will see several new constellations light up the sky. They will plunge their light towards us, and when the first specks of this light reach the castellization, of the polyhedron, a miracle will happen. After what happens today, the only thing light in the sky will be that of Mars. Oh.
If we're in the majority.
Luck and temper rule the world.
So, Bachelor, it is neither greed nor plotting nor circumstance that has informed your choice, but your conscience alone. I've been given orders to level everything here, but if that's not necessary, I am willing to trust your judgment, risking my life in honor, for I am merciful. Where should I point the weapons? I choose to destroy the polyhedron. I'm surprised to hear that from you. Can you prove that it's a sensible choice? Horseback's will. I trust him. It will speak the language of the scary tales of our long-lost childhood, language I've forgotten already. Let him tell you of his relationship with this tribal kin. It's the recipe for saving the town, as far as I understood. Now we shall speak with you, Artemy Burak. Bachelor Denkovsky, are you sure there's nothing else you'd like to tell me? I am sure, Commander. Choices have been made. The utopia is doomed. Feeble men should not be tempted with miracles. There's no point to forcibly preserve something whose very idea is destroyed by any kind of coercion. The tower, the reason, and the outset of the calamity will be demolished.
Yes?
I was going to ask you the same. And that's that. At the very least, if Ava gave up her life to the cathedral, at least we still have the cathedral. We can only hope that it holds her soul left in it. Minor victories, but perhaps it would replace the polyhedron. Either way, though, I'm not falling for the manipulation of the Kains. Let us save the town and destroy the miracle across the river. The children inherit the town, free from the mistresses and the squabbling families. I think we would have learned more about the Kingdom of Children if we talked to the Harusbecks back on day 11, but I missed that. So if you're confused what's going on in the ending, essentially, the children will inherit the town and become the next set of rulers. So, now, what their exact roles are will be better determined as we play as Burak, since that's their set of bound, or his set of bound. But, yeah. That's what I feel like. That ending is what I felt was the most appropriate for the role-playing aspects I've been going on about and the things I've talked about. Even with all the fuckery I've seen, all of the backstabbing, I don't want to give up on the town. So, I chose to save it. Even though it is a little sandcastle, treating this town as if it existed. This is the choice I'd make. This choice is mine. So, it is over. Thank you for coming along with my first playthrough of Pathologic. And I bid thou adieu.